approach it. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 3. The serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So here are 3 statements by the serpent. The first statement is, You shall not surely die. What did God say? You shall surely die. Serpent, you shall not die. Second statement by the devil, the day you eat of it, your eyes shall be opened and you shall be as gods. Second statement, second lie. Third statement, knowing good and evil. 3 statements. And they all come out of the mouth of the serpent. Now, there's only one church in the entire world that has all 3 serpent statements as official dogma. I give you one guess as to which church that is. That's Roman Catholicism. And unfortunately, Protestantism came out of Catholicism and very often inherited portions of the doctrine, distancing itself over time from much of it, and initially sometimes distancing themselves totally, but with time, guess what? They drifted back into that doctrine. So now, let's see whether this is so or whether I'm making this up. This is the New Orleans Cemetery. It's a Roman Catholic cemetery. It's interesting because all the graves are above ground, because it's below the waterline and you can't bury anyone because the coffins will be above ground when the tide comes in. Now, this is what they claim over here. St. Louis Cemetery, number 1. Welcome to this holy place. You should be getting nervous already. The Catholic cemetery is the last resting place of the bodies of the faithful departed, awaiting reunion with their souls at the resurrection on the last day. So now you have the souls going to heaven, being with God and with Jesus, and then at the resurrection coming down back into the body. That's what it says. Blessed by the church and dedicated to God, the Catholic cemetery testifies to a faith in the immortality of the soul. Immortality of the soul. And the promise of resurrection with Christ. The Lord, with Christ the Lord. Here, the living find comfort and are consoled by visiting the burial places of their loved ones and praying for them. All right, that's Catholic doctrine on a plaque for you to read. Now, let's just unpack that a little bit. Office of the Catechism, Article 1, 366, official Catholic doctrine. The Church, not the Bible, the Church teaches that every spiritual soul is immortal. It does not perish when it separates from the body at death. What did God say? You will surely die. Here it says, all right, the soul is immortal. Now, does Rome know that the Bible does not teach that? And the answer is the New Catholic Encyclopedia, so it's them speaking. The soul in the Old Testament means not a part of man, but the whole man as a living being. Similarly, in the New Testament, it signifies human life, the life of an individual conscious object. Recent exegetes have maintained that the New Testament does not teach the immortality of the soul in the Hellenistic sense of survival of an immortal principle after death. So what is Rome telling you here in its own encyclopedia? The Bible does not teach the immortality of an independent spirit after death. The Bible teaches that the soul is a whole man as a living entity, a living being. That's why the Bible says, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. So they know that the Bible teaches one thing, but they teach the opposite, and they claim it's what kind of philosophy? It's Greek, Hellenistic. So they say, we teach this, the Bible teaches that, but you will rather listen to us. Okay?